What in the world is happening with the Ukraine-Russia peace plan? I'm sure we've all seen the drama of the 28-point peace plan that was leaked and Trump's push for a quick deal. But while Moscow and Washington were talking, there was one massive key player that felt left out in the cold: Europe. Let's debrief about what this actually means. We chatted to Professor Malte Brosig at the University of Wits, and we just wanted to ask if this Russia deal is something that is actually going to be effective, or if it is just another bullet hole with a band-aid on top of it.
I think that's the overall intention of Trump seems to be that, he wants to have a peace deal very quickly. Of course, there are trade-offs, question marks can be put behind the original 28 points plan, which rather, is very unbalanced and rather would have worked out to the disadvantage of Ukraine as well as European countries have not been integrated.
It seems that the plan is unbalanced and moving too fast. But here's the crazy part. Europe is right next door to the conflict. So why does it feel like they're struggling to get a word in? We asked Professor Brosig why Europe seems to be on the back foot while the US pulls all the strings.
Advantage towards Russia and the US, and this is it takes way too long to coordinate their own positions.
If you had to give a sum up of the plan, what does it basically entail? Essentially, it asks Ukraine to give up a lot for, well, basically just a pinky promise that Russia won't attack it again.
To come in, and where they are reluctant, and this is not helpful, is the question of security guarantees. The big problem for Ukraine is that, well, I think they really want peace.
So you have a Russian threat on the one side and the US administration checking out the other. We asked the Professor Brosig, what does this mean, and what is the most important thing that people need to understand when it comes to the European reaction?
I mean, Europe is in a double squeeze situation. So it's not just the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, it's also the Trump 2 administration. That Americans are, I would say, credibly kind of not completely opting out of European security, but made it very, very clear that they will not be invested as high as in the part. And it's like a double challenge for Europe.
So, the verdict's in. Europe is nervous, the US is pulling back, and time is ticking. So whether that peace plan gets signed or shredded, there's one thing that has been confirmed. Europe has to up its game if it wants peace that lasts decades and not days.